So about a year ago, I recorded a video from the same spot, or close to it anyway, and I was beginning a healing journey. I suppose continuing one also, but specifically discovering the source of pain for chronic pain in my back, 14 years of chronic pain in my back, and finally figuring out where it started and where in my body specifically it began. And that was such an emotional, exciting, relieving sort of thing. But the healing process has been a lot more difficult than I kind of expected at that point. And a little bit surprising that I felt that way, given that, I've been at it for, 14 years trying to figure out what was wrong. And after 14 years, you don't fix the problem easily, even if you do have the solution. It takes practice and discipline and patience. And this last year has been a lot harder than I would have imagined. And it was a special year in a lot of ways, especially given that my daughter was born, my second child, during that time. And I was able to kind of officially become an artist and a writer, and something that I think I always wanted to do, was always with me, but I didn't really know it. So that was really special in launching this Harness Your Hero program and writing sustainability comics and such. But there was a lot of loss in this year as well. That somebody really close to me that has been helping me do very meaningful things had to step away to focus on other things in their life, and that was really difficult. Continues to be really difficult, I suppose. It's amazing what happens when you lose somebody that is with you on a daily basis. And I still have this person, but they're just not there on a daily basis, and that can be pretty radical, and a lot of change. Over the course of this journey, my anger has intensified. I've been kind of angry since 2020, really. Just so disappointed in the state of the world and the way humans have come to conflict, and conflict in a time where we should be banding together to solve problems. We are dividing further and further, which is making the problems seem impossible to solve in a way at times. Climate change and equity and equality and safety. Just crazy that we're bickering so much about these things. And so I was angry about those things, and I found something to do about it that felt productive and helpful and impactful and aligned for me. And then this healing process started with my back, and a lifetime of anger from childhood trauma and physical pain, chronic pain, man. It beats you down. It really pushes on you day in, day out, and it changes you. I hope when you find healing, it changes you for the better. But when you're in it, you've got to really survive it and endure it. And there's some positives to that, but also it just really sucks. It really sucks to be in pain every day. And unfortunately, my healing journey is still full of pain. There's a lot of pain that I have to push through. And in some ways, I have to create the pain by doing rehab and workouts and strengthening areas of my body that were kind of unstrengthenable, if that's a word, because of the issues in my shoulder blade specifically. I couldn't work out very hard, at least not with weights and strength training. And now that is what I must do. And I'm more capable of it, but it's making the pain worse in other areas. And unfortunately, I injured myself in this process by probably pushing too hard, being impatient, because I was excited. I am excited about where things can go next. But I think that healing is not an impatient process. It's very much a patient one. So, I don't remember what all I said in that last video. I'm gonna go watch it after this, and maybe you should too. But what I know is that it is not fun to be in pain It is not fun to be angry, whether it be at yourself or at others or at society or, the machine, whatever it is. They don't really help us solve a lot. And I know some people can use anger to fuel themselves, fuel ambition and all that, but it doesn't feel like you can ever be at peace if that's the case. And what's the point of living if we don't find peace? And so if you're in pain, if you're angry, maybe turn to a healing mindset. And kind of the mantra that's coming alive for me during this process is that I'm forgiving myself, I'm letting go of my anger and selfishness, and I'm manifesting patient healing.